Sonic the Hedgehog. Love him or want Sega to take him out back, he is one of the most important video game characters of all time. But he's still not in Fortnite, what are we doing? From his games, to his films, to the comics, to the Twitter, the blue blur has been around the block. And even when the series decides it's about that time to drop some hot garbage, he will always have his loyal, some questionable, but loyal fans that will stick with the series no matter what, which makes it all the sweeter when Sega locks in again. Eventually. So it was no surprise that Sonic the Hedgehog was eventually going to show up on the Rivals of Aether Workshop at some point. All 1 billion of them. See, here's the thing. The only character I could see rivaling Sonic with the amount of versions they have of themselves in the workshop is, ironically enough, Mario. Other series like Toho, Undertale, and Dragon Ball, while having a lot of characters on the workshop pages, when you look at individuals like Remu, Frisk, or Goku, they don't have as many versions as these do. Shout out to Hard Fighters Goku though, that goes hard. And yeah, of course there are other Sonic characters on the workshop pages, but this just goes to show how much material and potential Sonic's moveset really does have looking at him individually. Also, it probably doesn't help that Sonic's only official platform fighting game moveset is hot ass garbage. Looking at it from a casual lens, it barely grazes the surface of what Sonic's moveset could do in Smash Bros. And after Brawl, they took away a lot of his attitude. And by attitude, I mean the "you're too slow" taunt. We still haven't recovered from this. Looking at it from a competitive lens, he's annoying as hell to deal with. With so many fast and safe options, most of the time he doesn't even have to interact with you. But he is top tier though, so someone's happy, I guess. Since Sonic 3 recently released, I figured it was a perfect time to look at the multiple different Sonics and Rivals of Aether Workshop. And at the end, we're going to rank them all and compare them to the Smash Bros. Moveset. Starting with... Kicking things off is Sonic from Rice. This Sonic takes a lot from the Smash moveset, but it also takes a lot from... guess who? Oh my gosh, dudes, always Sonic Battle. Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games deserve some love too, you know. That Project M forward air, the up strong, and the down strong are just a few of the Sonic Battle tendencies. Neutral Special is homing attack still, but it's given a cooldown. Never cried this hard in my life, man. Side Special is Light Speed Dash. Yeah, past SK called it the boost in SF2 vs Crusade. Lucky to still be standing after that one. But it too comes with some risk. If you miss it, you're given so much cooldown, but if you hit it at just the right spot, you net the most reward. Up B is still spring, but it doesn't stay on the ground, and down B is good old spin dash. For our first different take on Sonic, it works. Less ball, more understandable changes and additions. If you do want something close to Smash Bros. Sonic, but uh-oh, you don't want to play Smash Bros. And uh-oh, you don't want to play Sonic, this is for you. GhostsSoup's Sonic was one of the first on the Rivals of Aether Workshop, so naturally we have to take a look at it. Yeah, you can tell it was one of the first. This is a sprite rip from Sonic Battle. It is the first one, it will not be the last. This one's unique mechanic is that you need a certain amount of rings to do the side B. Without them, you're just going to be eating the ground. You can get these rings by attacking your opponent, or just doing down B. Okay, then what's the point of gaining them by attacking? A move I do like, however, is Neutral B. He pulls out a ring that can hit the opponent, but if it stays out for a while, you can zip to it. So you can use this for recovery, combos, or just movement in general. This Sonic is also the only one that gets help from the squad. Up B, up strong, and forward strong. All those could have been flickies though, just saying. Call the homie type moves work for some characters, doesn't work for others. Here, it's cool that they're here, but they don't do much for the moveset besides showing up and doing an attack. I kinda wish they had more involvement. This could have easily been replaced by a different iconic Sonic move, like the Chili Dog Smack. But wait a minute, there's more! If you manage to get 100 rings with Sonic, your specials get upgraded. Except for up special, you will get Tails and you will like it. Overall, this is a very early Workshop Sonic. Moves feel weird and are balanced like they're from the 1990s. However, back in 2019, it was just cool to have a Sonic to beat up Shovel Knight with. And for that, thank you for your service. It's another GBA Sonic. but with no lag on his moves. Very bold. If Smash Sonic is the one that barely plays the video game, this one is the one that doesn't let you play the video game. Neutral Special finally has him use his Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Game skills and does a big leap. The most deadly spin dash on a Workshop Sonic I've ever seen for side B, and a spring for up special. But then we get to down special. You can go super, but that's all you get to do. For his idol.
Whew, feeling ass.
Yeah, I imagine you were supposed to get an entire supersonic moveset, but instead of not letting you play the video game, it just goes to his windscreen. But this Sonic isn't done yet. And judging by when the last update for him was, I have a better chance of passing Mr. Beast in Stubbs by tomorrow and dating Billie Eilish before he gets patched again. But even if this Sonic was complete, he is insane in a very fun, broken way. Is he a quality Sonic? But I had a good time with him nonetheless. But we're not getting tired of GBA Sonics yet. Zawada must have wanted you to go crazy with this one as well, cause you can jump and dash cancel all his tilts and jab. Speaking of tilts, some of them, including some other moves, came from the previous Sonic. It says they were borrowed, but for all we know, someone's ass got beat for those sprites. Neutral Special is a tiny little hop. Looks useless, but if you press Neutral Special again, he does a kick. And if he's in the air, it will become a bouncing move. Here's a fun little test. Spam this move repeatedly and see how long it takes your opponent to leave the game. Side special is that spinning kick. It's not that great in the air, but it will get you back to stage. Up special has Sonic shoot himself into the air. Can't go diagonal, but dog, do you really need a good recovery too? That being said, the move's trash. And down special is that good old spin dash. They even added a drop dash to this Sonic? How thoughtful. It's a fine Sonic. He doesn't have my favorite moveset, again, who asked for this hop, but it works, it's alright. Napsis Sonic says it's based off the GBA era, but we all know what that really means. This Sonic, and I'm gonna be straight up honest with you, feels weird. Up special and down special what you expect. In the air, down B becomes the bouncing move, and it has the spinning kick. Yeah. But neutral special is the interesting one. It's the shockwave move, and it's so powerful, it puts him in the platform. Now, in theory, giving Sonic a projectile should be a recipe for disaster. However, it's a very slow projectile, so it's not too set yourself on fire worthy. Plus, Sonic Frontiers already gave him a projectile, so Smash Bros might be writing it down soon enough. And yeah, that's about it. There's not much to say for this Sonic, he's really basic. Nice character to fall asleep to. True Blue Sonic is just another GBA Sonic. Okay. Neutral Special is that big wave similar to the last one, and down B is the ball. However, the most interesting moves lie in up and side special. Up special is the spring. However, he has this star that shows up when you bounce on it, hop on it. I mean right. If this star shows up, it means he gets special aerials, which is a really cool concept, but they are really hard to land. You go way up in the air, so you're only going to be really using it for recovering or getting up really high and hitting someone. Side special is boost. It does no damage, but it's still really fast. You will be closing gaps really quickly. So if you're fighting this Sonic, no blinking, you hear? That said, he does have to build it back up, so he can't do it forever. Now, let me be clear. This Sonic does have 5 ball moves, and I know how some people feel about the multiple ball moves on Smash Bros. Sonic. However, to me at least, I think he's fine. Don't let the name fool you, he doesn't throw bread. However, he does have his taunt though.
Yummers.
This Sonic uses the whole momentum thing and takes it to the next level. For example, dash attack is jump cancelable, and forward strong, if charged, sends you flying. Speaking of charge, spin dash and the spinning kick can also be charged. Spin dash in particular can be turned around and stopped. Now, this did give me a bit of PTSD, but there is a lot of end lag on it, so maybe the visions will finally go away. The most unique moves lie in up B and down B. Up B shoots him in multiple different directions, similar to Zawada, but like 10 times better. Then there's down special, pulling out a ring that if you hit it will launch you upwards. Simple stage item, but it's great for combos, great for movement, great for recovering. Combine this all together, you get a Sonic with some pretty high speed combo game, pretty good movement, and multiple ways to not life expire. Highly recommend this one. Unless you hate France, if so, boo. So we've talked about Muno on this channel before. The Trouble in Alto, the Goku, the Coda guy. Well, did you know that he actually stepped into the ring to make a Sonic? And this one has the most unique moveset out of all of them. This Sonic uses the power of the Wisp from Sonic Colors, last seen by most people from Sonic Colors Ultimate. Good for them. His normals, aerials, and strongs are all moves that I haven't seen on any other Sonic until now. A quick ring throw for a side tilt, a back air that actually has movement properties, and the strongs being 3 different types of elemental shields which I would have never thought to do. But let's talk specials. Neutral special is... do I even need to say it? Side special is cyan, which shoots you across the screen. Up special is orange that shoots you upwards, and down special is yellow that shoots you downwards. It can even draw you right through the stage onto a different side. Which means yes, you can enjoy yourself right into the blast zone. So yeah, don't do that. But you thought it was over? I don't think so. The whiffs stay on the stage, so you get 2 options. You can hit them into opponents, or you can do a special into them and reactivate them. You'll mainly want to use this for comboing, but you can also use it to recover. All 3 give you the opportunity to go upwards if you hit them again. This is just a really good idea for a Sonic moveset. The whiffs hold so much potential in the game already that yeah, bring them onto a Sonic moveset, see what they can do. Only thing I could see you not liking about this is if you just don't like Sonic Colors. But maybe also that using the station whiffs besides recovering can be tricky. There's a lot of uses for cyan, but as for yellow and orange, not so much. But this is still a really good take on Sonic. Not my favorite IP character from Muno, that still belongs to Mono Goku, but it's good nonetheless. If Mono's had the most unique moveset, Bar's has the most unique mechanics. For starters, this Sonic isn't fast right out of the gate when you run. You actually have to build up speed. Oh my gosh, just like the game! He's also able to taunt after an aerial and perform a trick. This trick not only is a cool way to finish a combo, but it helps out the third mechanic, the boost. Attacking, doing cool combos, and doing tricks all leads up to building up the boost meter. And when that's full, you go max speed. Another small detail, you know how Sonic taps his foot impatiently if you sit still for too long? Well, with Bar-Kun Sonic, he actually has the receipts to show you're taking your sweet ass time. I like this a lot. As for specials, they're pretty solid as well. Neutral B is homing attack, but if you're not close enough to the opponent, it'll just be a dash. Side B is a sliding kick, but if you hold it, it becomes that good old... Up special is the Rainbow Ring. Did not expect to see this in a Sonic moveset, but not mad at it. It does what you expect, launches you up. However, it doesn't just launch you, and it doesn't just launch up the opponent, it can launch up your teammates in team battle. No one asked Bar to add multi-versus odd teamwork to the Sonic, but hey, go off. Finally, down special is that bouncing move. We've seen this before with other Sonics, but you're able to slightly tilt the direction of it, which is nice. I haven't really been talking about the animation quality because a lot of these have been sprite rips, but Mono's and Bar-Kun's are like at the top. Their animation is so good, and Bar-Kun's is absolutely amazing. So fluid, so stylish, really good and fits Sonic very well. The only thing I can see people not liking about the Sonic is the building up speed mechanic. Not being able to dash out of nowhere does feel a little weird and takes time getting used to. But other than that, not many complaints, man. This Sonic hits different and it hits good. Alright, time to go down a different side of Workshop. SSL. Let me give you some lore. Way back when, this guy, that's right, creator of Rivals of Aether, game that sold record-breaking -1 copies and has -100 people playing, created a fan game called Super Smash Land. It was Smash Bros, but Game Boy. You still got the stages, you still got the modes, and you still got the launching characters, just with less moves to work with. Then one day, popular workshop characters got created in this style, and from there the rest was history. There was even a template to make characters in this style as well, similar to how you can do it in regular workshop. Whether it was a quick and simple version of a character already existing, or a simple quick version of a character that doesn't have a regular version, this was a neat way to make characters in workshop. SSL Workshop could get its own video entirely, so for now, let's just stick to the Hedgehog. As I said, it's a bite-sized version of Sonic. His major moves are a ring throw, a kick, a running dash/spring, and you already know what it is. Cool ring throw guy in here, but every other move is what we expect. It's a cool little Sonic. And that's all the Sonics I'm going to be talking about. There are a ton of other Sonics on Workshop, different versions of him like Majin and EXE, but I only wanted to look at the traditional ones. This thing right here, that's just a different breed. It's like comparing Freddy Fazbear and Freaky Fazbear.
It's not the same.
I'm sure we're going to go down this Sonic rabbit hole again, and I know some people, including some Workshop people, have wanted me to compare Rivals Workshop versus Smash Bros. So we're probably going to compare some other characters down the road too. But let's do it. Let's rank the Workshop Sonics and Smash Sonic to see how he compares with them. Except for SSL Sonic, we are not ranking him. Simply put, he's doing his own thing. He's not trying to be like the regular Sonic. He is a SSL Sonic. He's doing something completely different. Ranking him just doesn't feel right. But if I were to rank him, it'd probably be high C tier. Okay, now let's start ranking. It's a high D tier. But man, I am sleeping! There's just not much to say about this Sonic. Multiple other GBA Workshop Sonics do what he does way better. And on top of that, moves just don't feel satisfying to land with him if you can land them at all. I can definitely see some people liking this Sonic, but me? Man. Again, it's not my favorite moveset, but I like him enough. His hops are insanely goofy, and up B is doo-doo water, but the tilts being cancelable is cool. Yeah, play the MJF. A very fast, very broken Sonic, but man, this is a guilty pleasure ranking. This is the type of character you pull out if you want to bully someone. While Side B is incredible, the rest of the moveset is lacking. And as scary as Super Sonic Stare is, yeah, it's not helping the ranking without the rest of the moveset. In terms of fun, he is insane. The quick moves allow for easy combos, and the ring zip allows for even more wacky things. That being said, I don't like the down B with this one. I push the button a few times and I get the cool power up, yay me! And again, if you're going to include the gang in the moveset, I would like if you incorporated them in a more interesting way. That is right. True Blue Sonic is, in my opinion, the best GBA Sonic. He is still C tier, what does that tell you? His wave is much better than Nap's, and his up special mechanic is cool in concept. I just wish they were easier to hit because they don't feel useful unless you're recovering or hitting someone really high up. Anytime I would land one, I would be like, wow, that was so cool. But I could have just went for a normal aerial. There are a lot of ball moves, and to top it off, I don't really like how boost is handled. While it does help close gaps, I feel like Bar-Kun and even Crusade handled this mechanic way better. Overall, he's dope. Not above C tier dope, but dope enough to be my favorite GBA Sonic. See, I don't hate him that much. If you are just playing Smash Bros. To play Sonic, and you're just looking for a basic Sonic moveset, homing attack, the spring, and the spin dash are all iconic Sonic moves. And he does have a couple of moves from other games. But I do hope one day Sakurai does make a new moveset for Sonic that takes more things from the series and feels like a love letter to the franchise. Then again, he could probably just add a cool boost system and tricks and I'd probably be satisfied. But if Sonic comes back and he has the same keep rolling moveset, you, me, Sakurai, we're gonna fight in a boxing match. That's right, I don't care how old you are. I'm gonna Jake Paul you. You better hope it buffers, Sakurai. You better hope it buffers. Also, could you please add Undefeatable to the soundtrack list? Thank you. France takes the W with this one. This Sonic has good movement and a fun combo game. And I gotta say, the down B is my favorite part. While I'm no LeBron James of Workshop, so my gameplay with it doesn't show its true potential, It is such a great tool. Simple, but great. Though I do wish it kinda played a bigger role in the moveset. Also, I don't know if you can notice this, but a lot of the sprites in this character are from different games and different sources. It is very noticeable and kinda distracting. But for me, the pluses outweigh the minuses enough for a B tier. It's Smash Sonic, but with a few tone downs and a few new additions, like the Sonic battle moves and the light, speed, dash. It was definitely a good idea to make some moves cool down and less safe. While in my opinion he is better than Smash Sonic, he doesn't do anything super crazy enough for a A tier. But that isn't a bad thing, he's still a very solid character. And like I said, if you want Smash Sonic and Rivals, this is the closest you get. A very unique whiffs using Sonic with some interesting ideas not seen in others. Finding ways to use the station whiffs can be tricky, but when you get stuff connecting you feel like you got the IQ of Eggman. What else is there to say? A Muno character is good, imagine my surprise. It is all simply incredible. The boost, the tricks, the animations, the style, it's all there. Speed is treated much like a reward with this Sonic. It actually feels earned when you build up to that speed. And while I said before it can be tricky to get the hang of it, when stuff connects, boy is it satisfying. While he still has familiar moves like the homing attack and the spin dash, there are other moves in neutral B and side B that can be used. Heck, there's even compatibility for the ring move. While I'm not super crazy about the down B, it's a minor complaint. This right here, in my opinion, is my favorite version of Sonic on the workshop. The video has ceased. Thanks for watch. Check out other SK things. Blaze can get it.